All right. So we're going to start with just a nice comfortable seated position. If you need something under your sit bones, grab something. So please do, if you find that you're rolling through the spine. It's actually nice, even if you don't, just to sort of get that elevation of the hips. And today we're going to gather this awareness inwards. So just placing the hands gently on the knees. Just be aware as you close your eyes of how full, how free your mind is today. Just have a sense of the physical body. Have a sense of your breath. And recognize that your breath is your life force. And it's one thing that you can work with. You can change the length, the duration, the holds. But it's also your greatest guide as to where you're at. So often if you don't know what you're feeling or your mind is full, check in with where the breath is. Now just think about two anchors on your sit bones, and lift up tall through the front, back, and sides. Without popping the lower ribs in, can you just lift your shoulders up and circle them back once as you draw the shoulder blades down your back and you lift a little taller through the base of your skull. Notice if there's a softness on the face. Notice what emotion you're showing. Just allow all this to have its place and then just let it go. Allowing yourself to tap in to that unwavering existence of yourself. So as we ground through the seats and lift tall through the body and the crown, and the shoulders move away from your ears, can you begin to breathe in equally through both your nostrils? Feel the temperature of the breath moving in, down the back of the throat as you connect the tongue to the top of the palate. And for the first one, just exhale through the nose. Feel the sensation of the breath moving out. Feel the temperature of the breath moving out. On the inhale, equally through both nostrils, inviting the cool, refreshing prana in. Maybe let it move deeper into the lungs so the diaphragm moves down. And then on the exhale, just letting that breath move out. On the inhale, equally through both nostrils, three-dimensional expansion through the lungs, creating space around the heart. Diaphragm moves down and lower belly will naturally lift a little. And then on the exhale, begin to draw Uddiyana, space between navel and pubic bone, back in and up. Let the breath dissipate from the lungs. Let it move through the back of the throat and equally up through both your nostrils. One more like that, breathing in through both your nostrils. Let the breath fill up the lungs three-dimensionally. Create that space around the heart, diaphragm moving down, belly lifting. And then on the exhale, Uddiyana Bandha, drawing inwards, upwards and back. Diaphragm lifts back up. The breath moves out the throat where you catch it and you release it. So it doesn't go directly into your head, yeah? Inhale equally through both your nostrils, into the throat, down the throat, feeling that expansion, feeling the belly lift, feel it move right down into your base, so where you're anchored. Now exhale, think of that pyramid shape, inward and upward drawing sensation between the genitals, and then in and up through Uddiyana Bandha. Breath is moving out and through the nostrils, equally passing Jalandhara. Inhale through both your nostrils. You're hearing the sound through the throat, lungs, diaphragm, Uddiyana Bandha, down into the base. And then on the exhale, pyramid drawing inward and upward, Uddiyana Bandha in and back, and out through the throat, and then the nose. So just keeping that breath going. Now your tongue should be connected to the top of the palate and the tip of the tongue pushing behind the two top front teeth. And just keep that concentration and the awareness of the breath moving. Yeah. Now one last little trick. With your next inhale, you're going to breathe in and you relax the bandhas, but not 100% relax. Yeah, about 50. And on the exhale, you feel a little bit more of a squeeze through the bandhas or an engagement. Okay, so just keeping that visualization going. If you can, keep your eyes closed and drop into the sensation of the breath. Hear that sort of sea sound, that ocean breeze at the back of your throat. It's a gentle whisper that you can hear. Last round there. And then gently flipping your palms up, keeping your eyes closed. And then for a moment, just let go of that breathing practice. You can open the eyes gently, but just keep the gaze just in front of the tip of your nose. Not so that you're squinting, just a little further ahead. Let your eyes gently rest in the socket, soften your jaw. And just notice how your state of being has maybe shifted from when you first sat on the mat. And then bringing your hands to your heart center, and we'll bow. Okay, so fundamentally, that's the breath that we're going to keep for the practice. So that's a typical Ujjayi breath with the bandhas. I think we covered quite a lot there. So yeah, just use that. Yeah, make that your focus today. Don't get too sort of focused on it. You know, it'll come and it'll go, and you might lose track of it and then rein it back in. That's what we're here for. So we'll start standing today and we'll get moving quite quickly. So come into the front edge of your mat. Just standing in Tadasana, lift up the toes, spread them nice and wide. Keep space between the toes and lower them down. Feel all four corners of your feet grounding. Feel that inward and upward lifting as you reach up through the crown. Yeah. Slight engagement of the quads, slight engagement of the glutes. Nice long front body, back body, side body. Notice if all that engagement has made you shrug up the shoulders and draw them down. Shoulder blades down your back. Gesture your palms out, so this is where you receive, yeah? Okay. And then nice steady gaze lifting through the base of your skull. start beginning connecting the tongue to the top of the palate and pushing the tip of the tongue behind the two top teeth, yeah, front teeth. You're going to feel that activates your lower bandha as well. And then inhale, lift up, gaze up towards your thumbs, push your palms, feel length, and then exhale gently like a floating leaf fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, find your halfway lift, find that nice long spine, shrug those shoulders back, create the space. Step it back into plank for your first one, on or off your knees, shift your weight forward, elbows brush your body. Inhale, up dog, feel those bandhas. Exhale to the down dog. Hold it for 5 breaths. This is 1. This is 2. Find the breath. Now notice, keep it going. The breath is moving in through the nose equally. The back of the throat, it's still moving down. Diaphragm moving down, lower belly filling. And the Mula Bandha also feeling that prana, that new life force coming through. And on the exhale, you still feel inward and upward lifting and the breath moving out through the back of the throat and the nose. But this time you're inverted. 1 more breath. End of exhale, gaze between your hands, balls of feet, step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, find your halfway lift, nice long spine, create the space there. Exhale, bend your knees, find the fold. Inhale, up, high mountain, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Hands, palms move down to consolidate, palms out, and then inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Step, jump or walk it through. Take your flow. Engage the abdominals. Remember on the exhale, those engagements. Nice long neck, open shoulders. Exhale to the dog. 5 more breaths. This is 1. Ground through your forefinger and thumb. Keep it going. Lift up through the hips. Don't lose your focus on the breath, even though we're cueing other engagements. Keep it all contained. Your gaze is between your knees or your navel. 1 more. Gaze between the hands, step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, find your halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, find the fold. Inhale, flat back, root to rise, lifting high. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, lengthen. Lift, strong. Exhale, float it down, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open the throat chakra. Step it back into plank, nice long spine. Exhale, lower, upper arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, up. Exhale to the dog. Now you close off the throat again. So gazing between the knees or the navel, lifting up through the hips, engaging the quads, pushing your hands and feet in. Big, steady breaths. Hear it, feel it. And if you find that it's getting trapped in the head, remember, catch it in the throat. And all you think about in the third eye is a clear, open space. Gazing between the hands, step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, Samasthiti. Step or hop your feet hip distance apart. Cup the big bones of your pelvis. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bend your knees if you need. Grab hold of your big toes, or otherwise just keep the hands on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, fan the elbows out. Draw the base of your skull down and shoulders away from your ears. Breathing for 1. Use those bandhas, get the breath to move deep. Exhale for 2. For 3. For 4. Last one for 5. Inhale, halfway lift, work there again, or slide the palms underneath your hands. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Again, base of skull down, shoulders away from your ears. Lift your sit bones a little higher, engage your quads, breathing. Now keep it going, you've got 3 more at least. And remember, your breath you have some sense of control over, so you can send it deep or you can keep it shallow. The choice is yours, but work with it. Yeah? Try and keep it going deep. That's where you want it. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Releasing your hands very slowly, one by one. Exhale, one hand at a time onto the hips. Bend your knees. Keep your knees tracking your second and third toe, so make sure they don't roll inward. Yeah? Inhale, lift and lengthen. That's it. Step or hop your feet together. Namaste. Okay, so we're going to move through a nice little practice today. Just, oh gosh, wow, no wonder I'm having my own summer in this room. Okay, so hands alongside you, lifting nice and tall through the crown of the head. And again, just find that base. Now, it's not your sit bones, it's your feet this time. Yeah, stay anchored and just go through that engagement of feeling the lift and the floating up feeling whilst feeling very steady. Yeah, keeping the energy contained. And then bend the knees, sit low in your chair. Inhale, brush the fingertips down, lengthen up through the heart. And then exhale, brush the arms alongside your body. Get your lower belly onto your legs if possible. Nice long neck. Brush the arms to the side. Inhale, lengthen the arms alongside your ears. Lift your heart, then lift your head. Tuck the tailbone under just before the exhale and brush the hands. You've got 2 more. Inhale, lengthen arms. Lift, find those cues. And exhale, engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana, Jalandhara. The gaze comes down. 1 more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your inner thighs. And exhale, release it. Inhale, arms alongside your ears, lifting heart, crown. Exhale there. Inhale, root to rise, lift nice and tall. And exhale, fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, nice long spine. And exhale, step your left foot back into warrior 1. Track up your feet. Inhale, lengthen up, find warrior 1. Gaze up towards your thumbs if you can, otherwise keep the gaze forward. So just watch that your shoulders are not behind your hips. So if we just find warrior 1 again, and we arrow the arms behind us so that you're in a diagonal. Feel that long flat back. Draw your right hip forward, left hip back a bit. Arms alongside your ears. Feel the length in the lower back. Feel space between the vertebrae. Now lift your heart. Yeah. And now push your palms together. Lengthen your lower back. Tuck your tailbone in and under on the exhale. Feel the engagement of Mula Bandha. Inhale, lift the gaze up towards the hands. Breathe. This is 1. This is 2. You can move the hands above your head if you like now. Otherwise, just stay there, feeling the length through the lower back. And then bring your gaze forward. Find warrior 2. Anchor it there. So just check in with your alignment. Soften your shoulders. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Gaze steady over your middle right finger and drop into the breath. Cue the breath moving through the nose, down the throat, finding all those places, Uddiyana, Mula Bandha. And then on the exhale, find that contraction, inward, upward, lifting, lengthening sensation to feel the lightness. Pivot the right foot out a little bit so that you come almost into a horse stance. Lift up through the arms. You don't have to lift the gaze. If you want to, you can. And exhale with a little care. Tuck the tailbone in. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and cactus the arms. Yeah. Spread your fingers wide. And then inhale, lift and lengthen again. Straighten the legs. Exhale, squeeze and cactus. So knees are not moving in. Yeah. You got to keep them out. So tuck the tail. Yeah. And inhale up. 2 more. Exhale, squeeze. Keep fanning your knees outward. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up. Direct the toes back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze to your right hand. Breathing in now. Feel the contraction through the bandhas. Tuck your tail in and under. Make sure that that right knee, if you look at it, is tracking your second and third toe. Yeah? Keep the left side of the body and the right side of the body long. Maybe today, if you're used to going quite far back into the pose, lift a little higher and concentrate more on those bandhas. Right. With the exhale, you spiral the arms, windmill them, pivot through a lunge, plug the hands down, and exhale, you're going to lift your right leg back and up for 3-legged dog. Breathing in, lift the right heel back and up a little more, lift the left hip up a little more, push your hands into the mat equally. Breathing, get the breath to move deep. 1 more. Engage your right quad as well. Don't just let the leg hang. And then inhale, open up the right hip, look under the right armpit. Keep pushing your hands in equally. And bend the right knee so that the right foot comes towards your buttock. Keep breathing. Big, deep breaths. Breath is big. Prana is full. You can point the toes now on that right foot. That might be quite nice. And just feel a stretch on the top of the foot. Beautiful. Okay, straighten the legs, square off on the hips. You can lower your right foot down to the ground and shift into plank for a vinyasa. If you want a floating vinyasa, keep pointing that right foot, lift up onto the ball of the left foot, shift your weight forward, keep brushing the elbows, and a 3-legged vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Inhale to plank. Nice strong belly. Lower the knees down. Exhale, extend your child. Keep your toes tucked. Inhale, you're going to lengthen. Untuck your toes now. Okay, and lift. We're just going to prepare. So we're going to warm up the front line of the body so that when we come into the flow, we can sort of just come into camel straight away. So inhale up. And exhale, bring both hands behind your back. And you can bring one ear to the floor, gaze to the side. Doesn't matter which one first. Inhale, engage your glutes, your quads, get that power to lift you. Open up your heart, your throat, gaze to the hands, push them together. Exhale, other side. Control your movement and your breath to synchronize. Inhale up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the strength, tilt your tail under, and exhale to the other side. 1 more. Inhale up, and exhale to the other side. Inhale, bring your gaze down, extend your arms alongside you, your ears on the floor, push your palms in. Now, as if you had come from up dog, we tuck your toes in and under. Yeah, okay. Walk yourself up. So you're going to lift. You can do one of two things here, right? So you can take your hands to your heels. I'm going to give you the options, but just practice carefully, all right? The advancing option, because this is a tough class, is keep your hands on your heels now. You're going to use your quads and your glutes to lift your hips, okay? But tuck your tail so you lengthen your lower back. You can lift your heart, keep your gaze forward. If you feel really confident, you're not going to get dizzy, you can lower your head behind you. And then exhale, sit bones down, and then forehead down to the mat. Keep hold of your heels. We're going to move into rabbit, sorry. But if that's too much for you, you grab hold of your hips, or you can simply lift as we did in the beginning, yeah? So you choose where you're working. If I was you, I'd begin with the first option first and then see about the second option, yeah. So your first option, let's move it from to extended child with the toes tucked. And then inhale, use the stability, lifting up through the arms, the heart. And then exhale, you can wrap the hands around you, grab hold of the backs of the heels. Crown of head comes down and you move into rabbit. Yeah, so it's the counter pose. You push the heels into the hands into the heels, and you round through the back. You're going to feel the back of the heart. Yeah, this is also a heart opener. It's the back of the heart. And then releasing that, untuck the toes. Find flat back on all fours. Yeah, okay. Exhale there. Feel the breath move. Feel Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. Hold that contraction, tuck the toes and move yourself back into down dog. Gazing between the hands, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Inhale, lift your heart up. And then as you exhale, step the left foot beside the right. You can forward fold or interlace the hands behind your back and fold that way. Bend the knees a lot, move through chair. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, root to rise. Hands are down. And then we'll move through the other side, okay? You feeling right, yeah? Okay. Inhale to chair. Sit nice and low, lift the heart. Exhale, brush it down, engage. Inhale, arms alongside your ears, then lift the heart, then lift the head. And exhale, contraction, lower. Lengthen through the elbows. Inhale, first your arms alongside your ears before you lift, then lift the heart, then lift the head. Tuck the tail on the exhale and bring it down. One more. Inhale, arms alongside your ears, lift the heart, lift the head. Beautiful. Root to rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, step your right foot back into warrior one position. Take a check-in with your hips, that they're equally squaring off. And inhale, ground through the feet and lift. Exhale, let's arrow the arms alongside your body. Make sure your hips are both facing forward. Yeah, ground through the feet, especially the outer edge of your right foot. Keep your lower back long. So even if in the beginning you have your right hand on your lower back, inhale, lengthen the left arm up, lift the heart and the crown. So you're going to feel that actually your shoulders are a little in front of your hips. Your lower back is long, tuck the tail, and then lift up through the arms. Keep the gaze same toe up. Notice if you're just falling through the throat. Yeah, 2 more breaths there. And then bringing your gaze center. Exhale, let's open up warrior 2. Breathing in, feeling the breath move. Where is it moving? Is it getting shallow? Send it deep. Exhale, contract and lift. Soften your shoulders. Gentle jaw, gentle gaze. Think about space in the brow, the third eye. And then horse stance with the legs, toes face up, hands push. And exhale, cactus the arms, fan the knees out to the side, tuck your tail. Open your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. You're going to feel it in the fronts of the shoulders. Inhale up, straighten the legs. Exhale to squeeze. 3 more. Inhale up. You can lift the gaze up if you want a bit more of a challenge. And exhale, squeeze. Feel it on the inner thighs. Feel it in the glutes. Feel it in the feet. But feel the top body light and effortless. 1 more. Spread your fingers, your 5 energy pointers. Inhale up. And exhale back to warrior 2. Keep your hips there now. Slide your left hand down the meaty part of your leg. Lengthen on the inhale and gaze to your left palm. So as much as you're lengthening through that left arm, the arm is straightening out, nice and long through the elbow, reaching through the fingers. Yeah, you want a nice long sensation through the whole left side of the body, but drawing your shoulder away from your ear at the same time. And are you breathing deeply? Have you got that breath that we cued in the beginning of the class? With your next exhale, you're going to windmill the arms, put both hands on the floor, pivot yourself into a lunge, ball of the back foot. And on the exhale here, you're lifting the left leg back and up. Keep your hips squaring off. Try and engage your left quad. Push both the hands into the mat. Inhale, send the breath deep and lift through your left heel. Exhale, feel that triangular pyramid shape, inward, upward, Uddiyana Bandha, drawing back in and up, and breath moving out through the throat. 1 more. Inhale, opening the hips to the left, pointing the left toes, get that beautiful long stretch and bend the left knee, bringing the foot towards the buttock. Don't collapse into your right shoulder now or your right waist. Keep them nice and long. Keep the breath big and full. Point those left toes a little more. Feel the stretch on the left front foot. And then straighten the leg, square off on the hips. Choose if you're putting both your feet on the floor, shifting to plank and taking the vinyasa. Otherwise, keeping that left leg up high, moving onto the ball of the right foot, shift your weight forward and take a 3-legged vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, tap the toes, extend your child. Okay, so we opened up through the front line of the body. If you want to open up a little more, we're going to go for the more advanced option, but you can stay here and simply lift, yeah? And then exhale, bring yourself center line down. If you want more, you can tuck the toes, grab hold of the heels just lower than the ankles, and then wave yourself up. So inhale, lengthen, push your hips forward, engage your quads, open your heart, keep your gaze forward for the first 2, and then exhale, slack off, control it, and fold. Inhale, open, heart up. Lower back is long, yeah? So draw your tailbone towards the midpoint of your knees. And then exhale, fold. You can move into rabbit on this now. Inhale, last one up. You can lift the heart. And if you feel not dizzy or anything, you can release the gaze behind you. And then tail down, sit bones down. Exhale, rabbit. Last one. You choose where you're working. Familiarize yourself with the pose. Keep your breath into the rabbit. Yeah. Lower the feet and tuck the toes, spread the arms forward. And then you're going to inhale onto all fours. Hands just a little wider than your shoulders. Breathe in, send the prana down the back of the throat. Feel it in the lungs, the heart, the lower belly, the base. And on the exhale, feel the contraction. And at the end of the contraction, tuck your toes, hold that contraction, lift the hips up and back, and then lower the heels down. Yeah. Inhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge. Lift the heart, make that space, drop your hips. So drop your hips a lot towards the ground so you feel it on the hip flexor, that's it. And then exhale, kick it to the forward fold. You can interlace the hands behind your back if you would like to. And then bend the knees, inhale, chair, release your hands. Exhale, root to eyes. Hands to the heart. Namaste. Okay. So it seems like a simple practice, but when you deconstruct it with the breath, it's actually, you've got to concentrate a lot, yeah? Okay. So let's come to dancer. So we open up a little more. Shift your weight into your right foot. You're on the ball of your left foot. And then you can bend your left knee and grab hold of the ankle. If you'd like to lift the leg and then come from the inside underneath, you can bring it in that way. Thumb faces up, the arch of your foot. Yeah, fingertips wrap around the front. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Feel steady, find your gaze, find your drishti. And on the exhale, kick the foot into the hand, hand into the foot, and bring your body forward a little. Remember, a nice little bit of humility here. Yeah, just breathing deep. Wherever you come to is fine. Try to keep your hips level. So you might find that right knee, left knee starts fanning out to the side. Keep them level. And then inhale up. And exhale, release. Shake it off. And we'll go for the other side. So shifting it into your left foot, you're on the ball of the right. So choose to grab from the outside or wrap in and under and put the thumb to the inner arch and then bring the knees. The hips can't really cheat. And then inhale, lengthen through the left side. Keep your knees together, lift up. Exhale, squeeze and move forward. Keep pushing the hand into the foot, foot into the hand. Nice little inner smile, remembering be kind. One more. And then inhale, root to rise, lengthen. And gracefully out, exhale. Okay, so we'll move through that flow. Just be mindful of where you're practicing. And if that heart opener becomes a little much, you know, camel, then you do the one with both your arms up in the air. Okay, so have a sip of water if you need. And if you're ready, just stand in Tadasana, preparing. Start grounding through the breath. Bringing your feet together. And just closing your eyes for a moment, noticing that we're working a lot with the heart and creating space. And that this is not only a place where you store sadness, but it's a space for love and healing. And that's really powerful. So just bring in that very positive element. And then opening up the eyes, keeping that gaze nice and gentle, brushing the fingertips down. Inhale, find chair, move through those cues. Exhale, brush and arrow. Inhale, arms alongside your ears first. Lift the heart, lift the crown, lift high. And exhale, fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, find that leg. And exhale, step your left foot back into warrior one. Lower back is long. Inhale, warrior one. Gaze up. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale up. Fan the feet out. Exhale, horse. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Movements with great focus. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Windmill arms, exhale, right leg back and up. Inhale, open up the hips, bend the knee, foot towards the buttock. That's one inhale, straighten the legs, square the hips. Exhale, take your option of the flow. Inhale to the up dog. Exhale, knees down, extend your child, tuck your toes. Inhale, curling it in and up for camel. Exhale for rabbit. Arms come forward, untuck the toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, contract, feel the bandos. Tuck the toes, bend the knees, lift the hips up and back. Keep the contraction, lower the heels. Step the right foot through, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through. You can interlace the hands if you would like to and fold forward. Inhale to the chair, arms alongside your ears, then lift the heart. Exhale, root your eyes and release. Inhale, chair. Exhale, brush it back. Gaze down towards your knees or your big toes. Inhale, arms alongside your ears, then lift the heart, then lift the crown. Lift tall and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Follow your drishti, drop into the practice. Inhale up, fan the feet. Exhale, horse. Bring the gaze center. Inhale up. Feel the palms push, pyramid shape. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Spiral the arms. Exhale, three-legged dog, left leg back and up. Point the toes. Inhale, open up the left hip flexor. Square off again. Exhale, take your option of the flow. Inhale, up dog. Knees down. Exhale, extend your child. Toes are tucked. Inhale, camel. Exhale to the rabbit. Use the core. Inhale, all fours, flat back. Exhale, contract. Tuck toes, keep the contraction. Lift the knees into dog. Step in the left foot forward. Low lunge. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, kick it to the forward fold. Choose to interlace your hands or not. Switch the thumbs. Inhale, chair, arms alongside your ears, then you lift. Exhale, root your eyes. Let's go. Inhale, chair. Exhale, arrow. Inhale, arms along your ears. Lift your head, lift your heart. Lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, step your left foot back into warrior one. Inhale, lengthen, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, pyramid. Fan the feet out, push the palms, feel the feet in the floor. Exhale, cactus and horse. Inhale, back to the pyramid. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, spiral arms. Right leg back and up. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I forgot the reverse warrior. Point the toes. Inhale, open up the hip. Shift it square again. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale, extend your child, tuck the toes. Inhale, camel. Exhale, rabbit. Inhale, all fours flat back. Exhale, find the engagement. Keep the engagement back into dog. So kumbhaka, no breath there. Stepping the right foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, kick it to the fold. Choose interlacing the hands overhead or not. Inhale to the chair. Exhale, root to rise. Inhale, chair. Exhale, arrow the arms. Inhale, back to the chair. Lift, push. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, squeeze and horse. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to skip the reverse. We'll do it just now. Spiral arms, frame the left foot, step it back and up. Inhale, point the toes, open up the hips. Square off again. Exhale, take your flow. Inhale up. Exhale, extend your child. Inhale, camel. Exhale, rabbit. Inhale, all fours, flat back. Exhale, find the contractions, tuck the toes, lift the hips into dog. Inhale, step it through with the left foot, low lunge. Exhale, kick it to the forward fold. Choose to interlace your hands behind your back or not. Inhale, chair, arms alongside your ears. Exhale, root to rise. Bringing the hands to the heart for a moment. Just stay steady. And then we'll step the left foot back behind us. And we'll find warrior two here. And just find a nice, steady, anchored position. Yeah. Flip the front palm and just reverse your warrior, gazing to the right hand. Now, if you'd like to get a little bit more length on the right side, just bend the right elbow and see if you can just grab hold of the base of the skull. And just feel how that simple letting go creates more space. Yeah, keep with it. One more. And then straightening out that arm, lifting nice and high into warrior two again. Yeah. And then we're going to shift forward through the arms. We're going to bring the right forearm down. Lift the left hand up so that it's sort of perpendicular to the ground. Make sure that it's still in the socket though, the shoulder, yeah? And now feel the length, feel the feet grounding, and then extend the left arm over ear, gaze to the left palm. If you would like a little more, you can lower down through the right hand, bring it to the inside of that leg or the outside, but whatever you do, you're going to push the leg against the arm, arm against the leg. Now notice if you've lost the breath because you want to get lower. The main thing about your practice is the breath. It's not the pose. So make sure that breath is sending deep down. Yeah, you're finding all those engagements on the exhale. And then lifting your arm up and just bringing it to your left hip. Look down to your right foot. Take one little step in with your back foot, yeah? And then you want to wrap the left arm around your back into your right hip crease, or otherwise it faces on the sacrum with your palm facing out so you can open up the shoulder, yeah? And the back foot is a quarter turned in. So your heels should be lining up, or your right heel with your left inner arch. And then you're going to slide the hips up and back for triangle. You're going to keep the gaze down to the right big toe. You're going to reach in and breathe, lengthen through the crown and the tail. And then on the exhale, you're going to bend the right knee again. Inhale there. And exhale, slide it back to triangle. So straightening out your front leg. Yeah, you can even lift the hand a little higher. It might come up the leg, yeah? And just move through that. So inhale to the warrior two with the front bent leg, and exhale, slide it back. Going to feel it a lot through that left hip. Inhale, bend the knee, and exhale, slide it back. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the left arm back up, perpendicular to the floor. Exhale, extend it forward. Inhale, back up to warrior two. And we're going to take a realigning vinyasa. So spiral the arms, frame the foot, step it back into plank. We're all hot, I'm dying of heat. Take that flow. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to the down dog. Okay, stepping your left foot through this time. Let's come up into warrior two. So lifting up through the arms, and then finding warrior two. Yeah, so align it. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. Your tail is in and under. You're lifting nice and tall. Your base, you're anchored through the feet. The legs are engaged. And then flip the front palm and reverse your warrior gaze to the left hand. Now, if you want to, after a nice big breath and finding the pose here, you can let the left arm flop at the elbow and grab hold of the base of the skull in the hand, with the hand. And just feel how that simple action really opens up. Just check in with your front left knee that it's not rolling forward, yeah? You don't want to damage your knee. So the knee is over the ankle the most, yeah? And your knee is tracking with your second and third toe. Are you breathing? Practice your breathing. Inhale, lift, warrior two. Left forearm down to begin. Keep strong through the legs. So don't crook up on the left side here. Keep it nice and long. Lengthen through your right fingers. You can gaze to your right palm. And then see after checking in there. If you would like to, you don't have to. Bring your left hand to the floor in front of the left foot. Keep your chest spinning open from the navel, mid-back to the right side. And if you wanted to the outside, you can also do that. But feel the squeeze between the leg and the arm. And if you've got the arm on the leg, don't just drop your weight into it. Keep the leg strong. One more. Inhale, lift the arm perpendicular. Wrap it around your back. Bring the hand to the inside of the left hip crease if you can. Otherwise on the lower back, so then the palm would face out, yeah? Take a little step in with the back foot. Make sure that your heels are lining up. If you want more advanced, it would be left heel to right inner arch. Gaze down to your right big toe. And on the exhale, we're going to squeeze, engage the left quad and squeeze yourself back to triangle. It doesn't have to straighten the leg and you can move up with a hand. Inhale, find warrior two with the legs. Bend the left knee. Exhale, squeeze it. So keep your neck nice and long. Don't just let the head drop. Yeah, beautiful. Inhale, bend. And exhale, squeeze it back. Are you using that engagement to move? Is the breath guiding you? Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, squeeze it back. Inhale, warrior two. Release the bind with the right hand. Arm back up perpendicular, gaze to the right hand. Inhale up, warrior two. And exhale, take your Vinyasa. Inhale up. And exhale to the dog. Gazing between the hands, step, jump, or walk it through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up high, warrior, high mountain. Exhale, release. Hands to the heart. Okay. And I just want to check the time so we can move down and yeah. So we'll do one more folded triangle. So step the left foot back so that the heels are in line. Okay. So I'm going to give you some options with the hands here today. Just want to grab my strap quick. If you've got one, grab one too. Yeah, if you don't, it's fine. You can actually just hang on to some clothing. So step your left foot back, right foot forward, line up the heels. So if you were on the edge of your mat, it would look like that, yeah? Okay. And then both hips are facing forward. Get that back foot, that left foot sort of at a 45-degree angle. So, yeah. Okay, so if you've got a strap, you can bring the strap into your right hand and flick it behind you. Watch the buckle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the left hand thumb down, then sort of bring it behind your back so that the palm faces away from you, and see how if you can grab hold of the strap. You might grab hold of fingers, yeah? And if you don't want to use that option, you can just draw the hands to the hips to keep them tracking forward. Yeah, so I think just check in with the alignment with your back left foot, because some of your left hips are turning to the side. So make sure if you put your hands on your hips, they're facing forward. That's better, yeah. Okay, so take a big breath in, whether you've got the strap or not, lengthen. And then on the exhale, start hinging at the hips, draw your right hip back, left hip forward, engage your legs and your feet. And you're just going to fold sort of halfway down. Okay, take a big breath in when your body is parallel to the floor. If it is, breathe in through the crown and the tail. And then on the next exhale, see if you hinge a little further. Breathe in, fill that space, and exhale. So your body is coming over the front right leg. Make sure you don't compromise the length through the back. So if you start to round, you've maybe gone a little bit too far, in which case you need to sort of adjust and find the length on the inhale and the exhale as well. One more. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, reach up through the heart, reach through the right elbow. Gracefully release the bind and exhale, step to the front edge of your mat. Shake it off if you need, and then we'll step the right foot back. Yeah, okay. And we're going to take the strap in the left hand. So align your feet again. So just make sure that right foot is not crossed behind the left, yeah? You want to make sure that you can see both your heels. If you look down, there's a line, yeah? And then your hips are facing forward. Okay, left hand with a strap, lift it up, bend the elbow, bring it behind your back. Right hand comes out, thumb down, and then you just put the hand behind you. Switching sides. Okay, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale halfway down. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in through the crown here, back through the tail. Are you controlling the breath and finding those energy locks? Yeah, exhale, see where you come to. 3 more, inhale. Remember to be kind through your practice. Nice long back. So the crown and the spine are in a line, even if that makes you stand up a little higher through the pose. One more. Sending the breath deep. Inhale, reach up through the crown, reach up through the left elbow. Release the strap and exhale, step it to the front edge of your mat. Namaste. Okay. So we're just going to do one little strengthening through the legs. So come out to horse stance like we were in the beginning, where we went through the flow. And just make sure that when you bend in the knees, your feet are sort of wide enough apart. You can come to the length, the width of your mat here. And then look at your knees. If they're rolling forward, just be careful of that. You might want to bring the feet closer so that you can get that rotation and that opening. Yeah, okay. Hands to the hips to begin. So think about feeling solid through the base, lifting up through the heart. Sit a little lower through the legs. Okay. You can lift up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, lower the heels down. 2 more. Inhale, balls of feet. Exhale, lower the heels down slowly. 1 more. And lower. Now bring your left hand forward. Palm faces down. And right hand up. Yeah, just above your shoulder, but make the palm face down. You're going to breathe in through the left hand. Keep your gaze center. Fearlessness. And out through the right hand with compassion. And while you're doing this, you're going to feel the breath moving in deep, creating space around the heart, moving into the belly, into Mula Bandha. And on the exhale, you feel that inward, upward lifting sensation and the breath moving out through the throat. Breathing in through the left hand, fearlessness. And exhale through the right hand, compassion. Maybe you sit a little deeper. Work with it. Notice that when this pose becomes a little bit frustrating or a little bit intense for you, notice where your mind jumps to. And know that this doesn't define you. And have a sense of fearlessness and compassion. 1 more, breathing in. Exhale a little lower. Inhale, root to rise, straighten the legs. Bring the hands to the hips. Start to walk your feet in a little closer. Feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat or toes facing in a little. Inhale, lengthen, open the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Now reach forward through the crown, bend the knees if you need to. And you're just going to hold on to the hips today. Release the crown of your head, shake your head no, nod it yes. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed through the feet. So breathing in here through the nose. Feel it in the throat, space in the heart, diaphragm moving down, belly lifting, filling the base. And on the exhale, feel that contraction through the base, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara, and that will help you move a little closer towards the space between the legs. So only using the core for the strength today. Breathing in and breathing out. You've got 3 more. Breathing in, lift the hips up, lift the sit bones up. 2 more. Keep your breath even. 1 more. Next, inhale, reaching up through the crown of the head. Nice long lift here, reaching up tall. Stay steady. Just let the breath settle. Let your blood pressure settle. And when you're ready, extend the arms out. And as you walk the feet closer together, just bringing your hands to prayer. And then you'll step to the front edge of the mat, coming down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Step, jump, or walk it through. Let's take a flow. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, hold the down dog. This is 1. For 2, practice your breathing. For 3. for 4. And for 5. Gaze in between the hands. We're going to step, jump, or walk it through into seated. Extend the legs out in front of you. And so after you've done so many openings, it's really good to do a twist just to sort of detoxify. So bring your left knee forward, or I'll mirror you, right knee forward, left foot to the outer edge of your right leg, otherwise in front of, yeah. Left hand behind you. Make sure both your sit bones are even in the mat, thank you. Knee is facing up, firmly plugging through the foot, so grab that knee up a little, yeah. And then you can grab hold of underneath. If you would like to take a deeper twist, you can lift the arm, lift through the crown, drop through the tail, tuck the chin in, and exhale, ring the gut. Breathing in, lengthening, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, bringing your gaze forward. Unravel the hands. Going to do a little bit of a core contraction here. So if you prefer to do a vinyasa, go for it if you still want to, but otherwise hands forward. Cross the legs, draw them deep into the body. And even if you don't lift, just engage and lift here, yeah? And then we'll come to the other side. So left knee forward, right foot positions to the outer edge of that right leg or in front of the navel. Make sure you grounded evenly, left hand, right hand behind you. Sitting nice and tall. Plug that foot in firmly. Choose to wrap in and under, lift and then twist on the exhale. Or lift the left arm and then wrap it. Use that as a lever, some leverage to twist over. But on the inhale, you're still finding that sensation of the breath moving in. Creating the space, even though it's a bit restricted, that's what you want. You want the breath to move its way down. And exhale to find a deeper twist. Any amount is fine. One more. Inhale, bringing the gaze forward, unravel the arms, cross the legs, hug them in. And then let's just do a little core strengthener and release. Extend the legs out in front of you, push the palms into the mat, lifting nice and tall through the spine. And then inhale, lengthen. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, even if you bend the knees, you're looking for the lower belly to come down onto the legs. Inhale, clasp what you can, shins, hands alongside your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. So that's beautiful. Softening here nicely through the front, lengthen through the crown, and exhale, fold. Find contraction, find the movement moving through the contraction of the abdominal, yeah? So as we did in the standing position, you move from a place of strength. And in this pose, you can recite maybe the mantra again, breathing in fearlessness and out with compassion. And then inhale, reaching forward through the crown, lifting nice and high. Bring the hands behind you. Today we're going to come to half bridge, fingers facing forward, just bend the knees. Plug the feet in. So feet are hip distance apart. Yeah, so feet lining up with the hips. And then tuck the tail in and under, lift the hips up, squeeze your glutes. Make your hips move up towards the midline. Feel it in the shoulders. And if you would like to, you can release the gaze behind you. Holding it for another 3 breaths if you can. If it becomes too much, chin to the chest and slowly down. When you're ready, chin to the chest. On the exhale, then slowly down. You can extend the legs out in front of you. and just move down onto the ground. Let's just take a nice little twist on our back. So just hugging the knees in towards your body, just squeeze them in nicely. All right, and then you can eagle the legs with the right leg on top of the left. You don't have to bind them. And then cactus the arms, palms facing up, and just draw the legs over towards the right-hand side. If you wanted a deeper stretch, you could move the hips a little to the left, but it's not necessary. So just keep your breath full there. One more. And then drawing the legs back, center. Shift your hips to the center if you move them, and then let's go for the other side. Yeah. And then opening up towards the left. Try keep both your shoulder blades down on the floor. One more. And then unraveling, finding center again. You can lift up through the legs. And then find Halasana, palms pushing down, legs move overhead. You can interlace the hands and wiggle higher up onto the shoulders if you want to. Yeah, make sure you're not flattening the back of your neck. If you would like to just stay with your lower back on the floor, you could do Happy Baby. You're familiar with Happy Baby, so you could grab hold of yes. And then if you would like to come up into the shoulder stand, when you're ready, lift one leg and then the other. Now again, just feeling how you can actually manipulate the breath to move deeper so that you create the space around the internal organs, the heart. And even though the throat feels restricted, you can still get the breath to move deep. So squeeze your feet together, squeeze your inner thighs together if you're in the shoulder stand. Tuck your tail in and under. Make sure you've got a little curvature in the back of your neck. So in Happy Baby, try and tilt your tailbone down and then maybe gently feel like what it feels to lift it back up. So you just get that sort of massage through the lower back and the backs of the hips. If you're in your shoulder stand, you'd like to point the right toes and then lower the leg gently behind you to the floor. And then maybe lift it back up on the inhale and then go for the other side. May or may not touch, don't worry. And then lifting both your legs up and then just on the exhale, bringing your knees towards your forehead. If you're on the floor, hug your knees into your chest nicely now, holding on to the top of your shins. And then slowly push your palms into the mat and roll down from your shoulder stand. Just move up into the fish for one breath. Release the gaze behind you. And then exhale. So find some props now. If you would like to continue to do a nice heart opener, you're welcome to. If you've got a foam or a cushion, you can just take one of them. And we've done this in class before, but just position this correctly. So make sure you get it up, sort of not on your neck, just below, between the shoulder blades. You can also use a block for this or one of your sofa cushions, but you might just have to wiggle it around and then choose if you need a foam under your head or another pillow, because you don't want sort of any tension building up. You really want to be able to just let go. And then you can release the arms out to the side. If you've got an extra foam or two because it's too much of a stretch on the shoulders, you can do that, or just place the hands on the lower belly. You can let the legs flop open to the side, or you can bring the soles of the feet together. The choice is yours. Yeah. So whatever you've chosen to do, or wherever you've chosen to be today, can you just begin to make yourself even more comfortable than you already are? Can you let the breath go now? Just let it move in and out as it wants to. I read something that it struck home with me. And went along the lines of, you are a beautiful soul living a human experience. There's maybe that resonates with you in some way. It allows you to let go a little more. To rest in the comfort of your quiet essence. To live the joy of your beautiful being. Allowing your face to become soft and kind. Allowing your shoulders and arms to soften. Allowing your front line of your body and your back line of your body to feel completely supported. Allow your hips to be free. Free from load. Free from worry. Allowing your buttocks, your legs, and your feet to feel supported with nothing to carry except the lightness of your essence. The back of your head is supported. Your mind is clear. And as you slowly begin to listen to the gentle sounds around you, see them not so much as a distraction, but that you are a soul living this human experience. Can you begin to feel the gentle rise and fall of the life force within you? Your breath. Can you look at the physical outline of your beautiful body and being? And speak to yourself with kindness as you begin to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And reach the arms up high overhead. Give yourself a nice, big, long stretch. Maybe yawn. And when you're ready, just take the legs into the body, hold yourself tight and rock gently from side to side. Maybe before you come up today, we've been working a lot with the heart. Just make this pact to be a little bit more light-hearted. And a pact to enjoy the very moment that you exist in. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side to support your head in the crook of your right arm. Leave your left arm opening up behind you, and then just take a full cycle of breath, just feeling that space around the heart again. And on the exhale, just letting it go. Then bringing the left hand in front of your chest, push it in to come up into seated. And just take a moment there to sit still before you get up. Sitting nice and anchored.